Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's live Akashic Messages with me, Natasha Rocha. I am so happy to see you all here. I'm just going to switch my camera so that I'm able to give the messages. So, welcome, everybody. I do these every Tuesday at 4 p.m. UK time. And let's start by doing a quick meditation to ground ourselves and call in our guides. And then I'll go through and give as many messages as I can to all of you. So let's just connect in very quickly. Close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. And just feel the air moving into your body. Allow it to bring in a sense of calmness as you breathe in. And as you exhale, release the tension, the stress, the negativity that you might be holding on to, perhaps from the day that you've experienced or the day you're about to experience. Just breathe it in and let it all go, release, dissolve, and really sit into your body. And I'm going to invite you to imagine that you're breathing in light. And as you breathe in light, you ignite the light that already exists within you. And the divine spark that you already are. And as you exhale, release all that limits that spark, all that limits that divinity that you already are. And allow your breath to continue to ignite that light that you already are. And continue to release the limitations, the layers that we place over that light, those filters, as we exhale. And I'm going to invite you to bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Open up the energy centers on the soles of your feet and allow the exchange of energy between you and Mother Earth. Feeling that balance of energy, that belonging. And I'm going to ask you to invite in the energy of the crystalline grid at the center of the earth. This is the grid of an ascended earth. Allow it to move up through the layers. Allow that energy to move up from the soles of your feet, all the way up your body, anchoring itself into your heart space, clearing all chakras below it on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. As we allow this energy to circulate through all aspects of us, nurturing, replenishing, replacing all that is needed in every single cell within our body. Give permission and allow the healing to take place. as we connect to the energy of the central sun, the energy of Christ consciousness, which signifies unconditional love, compassion, ascension, and expansion. Bring in that energy into the crown of your head. Allow it to open up your crown, strengthen your connection with your higher self, your I am presence, your guides, your angels, your own Akashic records. And allow this energy to move down through the center of your mind, all the way down as it anchors itself into your heart space. As both energies meet in your heart space, connecting heaven and earth, feeling completely grounded, centered, and connected to all things beyond time and space. Let's call in our guides, our angels, our support teams throughout the session. And I'm going to open the Akashic Records for those that have joined and those that will watch this later on, knowing that if you found this, that there is some message for you in all these messages today. Keepers of the Akashic Records, please open and allow me access to the records of all those that are viewing the stream today, and create a safe and sacred space for our highest good and healing. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. And as I step over the threshold into the records of the collective consciousness, the message for you today is: take this time and be happy. Happiness is a choice. Happiness comes from within. So many of us go externally to define our happiness. But what we say to you is, by going externally to find your happiness, what you are doing is you're placing a condition on your happiness. You're creating conditional happiness. And what happens with conditional happiness is that you may or may not be disappointed. Because to give that responsibility of happiness to somebody else or something else, you might enjoy happiness for a very short period of time. But because it did not come within, it doesn't add to the happiness and the joy that you already feel. But it almost becomes an external source that is finite, whereas the happiness within is an infinite source of energy and potential. So it's not about going externally for happiness. It's finding the happiness within us, and our external world will shift to reflect that. And absolutely, there are people in your life that will reflect this to you and remind you of what happiness feels like. Remind you what you do enjoy and what you do appreciate. But be happy for happiness' sake, not because of anything else, but to be happy. So we wish you love, happiness, and joy in this festive season. Find happiness in everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. Allow it and move through it, knowing that happiness is just on the other side if it is something that you're moving through. Afterwards, we generally tend to be happy that we've just overcome something or gone through a difficult time. Because remember, That when the ego suffers, the soul expands, and that makes us happy because we learn the duality of life. And sometimes we need to experience unhappiness to experience happiness in life, or to understand it, appreciate it, and choose it. So choose happiness today. That is the message for you today. I hope that was supportive. I'm just going to jump in and have a look to see if there are any of you that are looking for any messages. Okay, thank you very much. Hi, Emily. Hi, Margaret. Good morning, Terry Lee. Hi, Viviani. Thanks for jumping in on this. Hi, Maria. Okay, so if you have, hello from Wolverhampton, so close, just down the road. Everyone, thank you. Hi, James. If you have a question, please put your name in there if your handle is not your name, and a question that you may have that might be supportive, and let's jump in and see what is there. Okay, let's just move through this. So I'm going to start with you, Emily. Thank you for joining me today. And your question is, and the questions can be in general as well as personal. And I love when you ask for healing, because I tend to bring in the healing for everybody in the group as well. So Emily says, may I please have a healing, clearing, and any guidance? I've been incredibly exhausted, stressed, and depressed. Teeth are grinding, taste of blood in my mouth. Thank you. So let me connect into you, Emily. Okay, so as I connect into your records, Emily, what I'm feeling is in your teeth, I can definitely feel it. Because we're leading up to this time of, there's quite a few things that are going on. Because we're leading up to this time of festivities and everything, a lot of family starts to come in. When I send to link our maternal and our paternal to our teeth and our jaw. So have a look that if your top jaw is sore than your bottom jaw, or however it is presenting, these are family patterns that you seem to be going through right now that you're releasing. So look at what is it that you are resisting? What is the extra tension, the extra stress, the extra responsibility that you're taking on at the moment? Where is it that you're not speaking your truth? Where is it that you're not asking for your desires, your wishes, your wants? What is it that is coming in to that you're absolutely biting onto and holding onto? And it's so interesting because that taste of blood again brings in that family, blood, your bloodlines. You're changing those patterns. So the suggestion is from your guides is surrender, let go. Note what you're giving meaning to. Note what you're taking on responsibility that is not yours. Look at where you are managing people's emotions. Look at where you're trying to keep the peace and not allowing the boat to be rocked. That's a lot of responsibility to take on, the responsibility for others' feelings, others' emotions, others' time. Good times is what they were saying. So going back to the message that they said is taking the happiness of others as your responsibility where it is theirs. Yours is your responsibility. So allow things to be. Remember that we give meaning to things. So look at what you're making things mean. Step into observation of that, and let go. Surrender. Express your desires. Stop biting down on what you're wanting to say. Stop biting your tongue. It is a perfect time for you to express. And there's many ways of expressing how you feel. So doing it from a place of love is important. The truth only hurts when you're listening to it. Somebody very close to me once said this: the truth always hurts when you're listening to it. It hurts a lot more further down the line. So start to learn to express that truth, because if you speak your truth with love and compassion, And that's all you can do. And noting that you're not responsible for the emotions of others, and that becomes important. So, Emily, I'm just going to do a quick kind of like clearing of the auric field in releasing responsibilities for us in this group, releasing the need for things to look in a certain way, releasing the responsibility of everybody's happiness and everybody feeling one way or another, and managing people's emotions. Just bringing that all in there. Okay. Yeah, throat chakra, power center, your solar plexus, and your sacral's coming in. Learning to speak your truth, stepping into your power, and loving and nurturing yourself is absolutely important right now. I hope that was supportive for you, Emily. Hi, Tony. So good to see you. Okay, Michaela, Michaela, what comes up for advice for relationships and a new career for the new year? Thank you. Okay, let's connect into yours. Okay, so as I connect into your records, they really are telling me that it is time to, I think you're on the brink of change right now. You've been ready for this change for a long, long time. Call it in, be open to receiving it. Don't be afraid of jumping in to something new. Don't be afraid. You have the qualifications. If a job is surfacing for you, it's because it's in alignment. It's because it's you're up to choosing what you desire and what you don't. And it's quite interesting that they're showing me the relationship between your jobs and your relationships. They're all relationships. So when you do go for those interviews, and they're saying go for all the interviews to practice being interviewed, especially if you don't want it, you're calling forward that energy. But when you look for that job, it's also like getting into a relationship. You're also marrying it. So you need to interview the interviewer and the company as much as it would be a partner. So you need to see if they are a fit, just as a partner would be a fit for you. So that is important. So allow the shift. It feels like you're in the brink, like your whole life this time next year will look very, very different to where it is right now. But the message that they're saying for you is give yourself permission, ask for more, because what's showing up for you is based on your self-love and your self-value and your self-esteem. So dig into that. And the message that they're saying is you are here because you are worthy and deserving of all that is good in life. You are an aspect of creator. Remember that. You are worthy and deserving of happiness, love, joy, excitement, prosperity. All of this is available to you. Look at the filters that are stopping that from coming in. That is also very important for you to look into. So look at your filters, look at your glass ceilings as to what is limiting you. What are your I'm not good enough aspects of that are coming in? And it's really about asking for that or something more. A lot of the times we bring in that glass ceiling. So ask for that job, ask for that salary, ask for that partner or something better, and release from outcome. Stop trying to control it. When release the how, feel into the feeling of what you want it to feel like, and allow the opportunities to step forward. But it's absolutely big probability that you're in a big cycle of change, and it's almost like there's a whirlwind that's coming in to allow what's no longer working to exit your life to bring in what is. And this is also a message for everybody. Be careful what we ask for, because once we ask for something, life will start to align to what we want, and what isn't in alignment with that will start to leave. So a lot of the times we're like, yes, I want to align to this kind of lifetime. And then friends start to leave, jobs start to change, things start to show up for us. And we're like, why? Well, what's going on? Everything's aligning for that higher perspective of what we asked for. So shoot your arrow and go for it, is what they're saying. Know that you are worthy and deserving of receiving it. Focus on the feeling of it. Release the how. Take advantage of the opportunities that show up for you. I hope that that was supportive for you and that was in alignment. Okay, Margaret, what do I most need to heal or change to facilitate the next breakthrough that is possible for me? Thank you, Natasha. Okay, Margaret, let's connect in. Let's see what is happening for you. Okay. So as I connect into you, Margaret, you're working on deservability. You're working on deservability, and what they're asking you to do is, okay, they're asking you to look at the excuses that you're giving yourself to not step into the highest version of you. Look at where you are softening the truth in order to make things okay. So what they're asking you is to radically love yourself, to put yourself first. And what they're showing me is an example. They're showing me, I was at, maybe about 5-6 years ago, I was invited to a full moon ceremony where they had a big fire in Calgary and they were releasing, and everybody would bring something for everybody to share. And I was talking to one of the ladies there, and she was saying that she only brought the best chocolate with the highest amount of cocoa because to have anything less would not be loving herself. So what your guides are asking you to do is to ask yourself, if I love myself more than enough, how would I respond to the situation? How would I move forward into the next phase? How would I create my life if I loved myself more than enough? So run that as a filter of your next steps and what your limitations are. If I loved myself more than enough, what would I put in my body? What would I put in my mind? What emotions would I run through? So it's that question of loving yourself deeper and choosing the choices from a place of love for self, because that is what you're exemplifying for everybody else as well. Okay. Yeah, ask yourself, what would love do in this situation? Or if I love myself more than enough, what would I do? I hope that that was supportive for you as well. Okay, this is ancestral karma, past life karma that I am releasing. Okay, hi Natasha. I have an entity attachment and it's not leaving me. Why is it? And what do I need to do? I feel horrible. Okay, so Asha, usually when an entity attaches to us or a being, it attaches to a vibrational frequency of a trauma that has not been healed. So it's looking at, because the vibrations need to match. Okay. We suppress trauma into our body. So the suggestion is, this is a little bit of a bigger question than asking like this, but usually it's what is the healing that needs to be done. So if you have an attachment, it's either attached to fear, it's either attached to depression, it's either attached to guilt, It's attached to a belief system that we carry about ourselves, because that vibrational frequency needs to match, and that's where it attaches to. So I'm going to give you an exercise to do. I'm going to get you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to take you into your body and look at where are you feeling the attachment in your body, and then go into the fear, go into the frequency that needs to be healed, go into that memory and release it, reform it. And that will help that entity as well to release, because once that frequency is no longer there, it can't attach to that. So it's a lot of the times it's something that needs to be healed or cleared. So let's see if we can alleviate it by asking the violet flame of Saint Germain to move through your physical, your etheric, your mental and emotional body, releasing all lower vibrational frequencies, all static distortion and interference, clearing all emotions that are not yours, clearing all negative thought forms. And I bring in healing into your crown, down your spine, and out throughout your nervous system and into every single cell within your body, replacing, dissolving all that is ready to be released in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. This is my will, and so it is. Deep breath and exhale. I hope that was supportive. So I see here that you've put in, even if is it ancestral karma or past life karma that you are releasing? Whether it is or whether it's not, it's still part of that. It could be past life stuff that is connected into it, but past life stuff, so our timelines all run parallel. The only timeline that exists is this one, and all of them exist at the same time. So even if it is past karma, it's coming up to be healed in this lifetime. So if you heal it here, you will actually heal it through all the other lifetimes that it has occurred in. So where the past lifetime sometimes helps us when we do a past lifetime regression is it helps us to give us a different scenario of what we are experiencing and why we are experiencing, to allow us to work through it. But there's some healing that needs to be done for you. Lovely. I hope that was supportive, but definitely go and do that work, go into it, see what it is that is there. So hopefully that was helpful for you as well. Oh, thank you for the collective message. Okay, thank you so much. Beautiful opening message. Thank you. Okay, let's connect in. So thank you, Viviani. Okay, Eva, I would like a message too, please. Thank you. So Eva Lindsay, let's connect into your record. So as I connect into your energy and your records, it's such a beautiful energy that is happening right now. The message for you is there is very much about going with the flow. You're in the flow of life right now. And it feels quite peaceful. If it hasn't started already, it will step into that. But what I'm seeing is you walking through a field of flowers. And you're in this, it's almost like you're singing a song as you're walking through this field. And what this is representing for me, and I hope that this is supportive, is you've done a lot of hard work. And now it's time to slow down and smell the roses. It's actually time to integrate all the work that you've been doing before you seed another field. Take note and reflect on your life, just how far that you have come before you step into your next cycle. It is important. It's that integration aspect that you are needing for all the work that you've done. continue to have an open heart as you move into your next cycle, but it's about slowing down in order to speed up and becoming very present, which I think you are, but it's becoming even more. It's an aspect of, yes, getting to know who you are, but it's a slowing down, smelling the roses, look how far you have come before you start your next journey. And it's all about progression. It's moving in cycles is what I'm seeing for you. And it's quite beautiful connecting into your energy. Thank you for that. Thank you for asking. Okay. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Please post the question. So Carolyn Allen, hi Natasha, is there a message for me or is there any way to bring in better luck for my parents? Thank you so much. Okay, let's connect into you, Caroline. Okay, so as I connect into your energy and into your parents, I'm feeling more into your father, and you're working through his lineage right now, into that. It's important for them to slow down a little bit. They're saying, stop worrying. It's everything happens as it needs to happen. A lot of the times we don't know why it's happening. A lot of times we judge things for happening. A lot of times unlucky things happen so that lucky ones can come along. In that sense. So start looking at how things are working out for you. If it was a world, feel out a world where everything happens for you. Everything's always working out for your greatest good. And you start to get curious about, oh, how is this situation working out for me? And it helps us to release the judgment or the uncomfortableness of it. Once we learn how or why it's working out for us, it brings hindsight from the future into now, right? Into understanding, okay, this is what's going through. But you also start to see it as a blessing in disguise, is what they're saying. So get curious. You're already lucky. So get curious at looking at, okay, why is this showing up? What good is going to come of it? And how is this going to enrich my life and that of my parents as well? Um, so it's a different perspective they're asking for you to take. Caroline, I hope that is supportive for you as well. Okay, so let's just bloom. Wow, very powerful message. I also do good things out of guilt and responsibility for others. Yeah, it's dropping that guilt. Like I think in the previous messages, we said, yeah, it's release the guilt. The guilt is showing you that you're changing a cycle. Guilt is showing you that you're moving from one space to the other. Shift guilt to gratitude, in a sense of grateful that you're choosing you, grateful that you're changing patterns, grateful that you're shifting into the new aspect of you, grateful that you no longer wish to suffer the experiences of the past, and that's okay. That becomes very, very important to look at that. Emily, my family doesn't listen to me when I speak about what I want and how I feel. I get threatened and shouted down. Okay, Emily, so that is a very good, thank you for commenting that. So when people don't listen, stop speaking. Do your own thing. It's okay if they don't understand. It's okay. Do what you need to do for yourself anyway. But when people don't listen, just stop speaking and step into observation, because they will tell you what it is that is there, and express. It's about finding the people that are there to celebrate you always. So find your tribe. It doesn't have to be family, and release from outcome. Just let it be. and prioritize yourself. But when people don't listen, stop speaking. It's what's coming in for you. Okay, Nancy, are there any messages for me about my life path in this incarnation? Thank you. Oh, Nancy, that is a big question in life path. So let's see. So as I connect into your guides, Nancy, your energy, I can feel that you are a healer. I can feel that many people come and talk to you. Many people share you're very empathic. Many people share their problems, their challenges with you, as well. What they're wanting to say is that we are always on purpose. We are always on our life path. The lessons that we're choosing to us are always coming towards us that we are needing. So a big part of your life path is to break free from the limitations and to start to choose you and to start to choose your joy and your excitement and do what makes you feel good. You're letting go a lot of the restrictions that have been passed down of what life must look like, and you're creating life your way. And that is a big part of your pathway, is to do things your way. And I have a feeling that yeah, that you're a black sheep that's always tried to follow the rules, but it's black sheep become shepherds and pave the way for new things to happen. Um, so embrace that aspect of you, because it feels like you've been denying your gifts as well. You're no different than I am. And your life path is really, if it's boiled down to, is to be happy, to be joyful, to enjoy life, and to get to know who you are in this world. Um, so look and reflect at what you've experienced. A lot of the times purpose is birthed out of the challenges that we've had, the traumas that we have experienced. Usually in those times of going through those traumatic experiences, we become the people that we need to be to face life. We become the people that we needed in that situation at that time in order to help others that are going through the same thing. So there's nothing that we go through that isn't an accident. There's nothing that is, oh, it just happened, I don't know why. There's always something that we're drawing towards us to allow us to see who we are in this world. So get curious, choose you, and yeah, your life path is based on following your joy, what excites you, what expands you. And perhaps that is one thing that you can ask yourself in the morning, is what would bring me joy today? And then at least do that one thing every day as you move forward into your new reality. And know that you, again, worthy and deserving seems to be coming up quite a bit, that we are all worthy and deserving of feeling. So I hope that that was supportive for you, Nancy. Are there any messages with regards? I was wondering if there are many messages from my star family about purpose and moving forward in 2025. Thank you. Let's just see who else is there. Okay, so Janice, thank you so much. Natasha, insight and guidance. Shalomar. Okay, let's just see here. Shalomar, my husband left me in 2020 for another woman, and it hurt me so much, and I went through bad karma. Okay. So it's quite interesting. Let's just see. Shalmar, I'm happy to help. Let's just see what there are any messages for you right now. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of compassion that is going in for all the experiences that you have experienced. This is an opportunity for you to redefine who you are. What that situation reflected to you was you learning to love yourself from within and not relying on that love from somebody else to validate who you are in this world. It's looking at the suggestions that they're giving, is looking at the stories that you are telling yourself in the sense of the why. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be sad, but it's also okay to let go of your ex-husband. It's okay. A big aspect, if you can find to forgive him, to let him go, to wish him well, to send him blessings. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the act that he of infidelity, of cheating. It releases you from being attached to that situation. The other thing that's coming in is this is a generational pattern. It's a belief system that all men cheat, or that this is coming in that has been affirmed to you. Or what they're also asking you is to not go outside of yourself for love. This has come to teach you to love yourself deeper so that you can attract those that can love you in the same way, or have come to teach you love. And a big part of that healing needs to come in. It's not about going outside of yourself, but going inside of yourself and allowing that time to grieve the old you, to grieve what no longer is, to let go, because had he passed away, you would still need to move on. So it's allowing yourself to grieve that relationship and to rebuild yourself. Don't spend or give him any more power and spend any more real estate, any more of your energy. It's trying to focus, it's time to focus on you and focus within. Who are you now? You're not the same person as you were before. How are you redefining yourself? How are you loving yourself? How are you forgiving yourself? And how are you moving forward? And how do you want to emerge moving forward? Who do you want to step into? You're going through this. And it's funny, I just had a client recently whose partner did pass away, and she's gone through that grief, but she's in this cocoon phase. And we recommend that you step into that cocoon phase to allow yourself to get really icky gooey part of you. It's sticky, it's hard, it's brutal, but you're in the space of redefining how you emerge without allowing anybody else to define that. But in order to change your pattern, you've got to love yourself. You've got to look at your self-esteem. You've got to look at your self-confidence. You've got to love yourself unconditionally. And that is important for you. This is what's coming up for you now. Stop focusing on him and start focusing on you. Okay? Stop giving him that importance anymore in your life. It's up to you right now to love you, because you're the only person that is guaranteed to be with you for the rest of your life. So start loving yourself the way you desire. It is important. I hope that was supportive to you, Shalmar. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Gypsy. Okay, sorry, I just seen here, like, Shalmar, I see here that you've asked back karma. It's not about karma.
is what people do to you is their karma. How you respond is your own. The best way to deal with karma for those that have hurt you is really to send them love and blessings. Honestly, it's the best thing to do, and it will shift your relationships, because wishing anything on anyone besides love, besides compassion, besides whatever it is that is good in life is creating your own karma, and you don't want to do that. Let go. Again, forgiveness, letting go does not excuse the act, but it releases you from being tied to that energy, to that person, to that situation, and it helps you to grow as a person. Really start loving yourself more than enough. Okay. Okay, little tree shall marry both much more than okay. Viviani, let's see. Okay, Gypsy, let me try and see if I could find your question. Okay, hugged. I knew she was not alive, but felt good. Felt the hug. Okay, 2 nights. Okay. Hi, Natasha. Did I have a negative energy in my room pushing on my body, or was I out of my body and I was returning into the body? I prayed anyway. I was exhausted the next day. During my nap, my mom came in and we hugged. I knew she was not alive, but felt that hug. Thank you. Okay, so that was 2 nights ago. So Gypsy, okay, so you had an out-of-body experience that I feel. You had an out-of-body experience that was so vivid that it affected your body. It was a beautiful union of your mother coming to give you a hug. It was to let her know that you're okay. I love that you prayed. There's so much power in prayer, in getting through. If you're ever in a situation like that, it's absolutely imperative. But this was your mom coming to say thank you. The nudge on your body was so that you could remember that situation, so that you could remember physically when you woke up from your dream that this had happened. It had to be a big thing so that you could remember the situation. So it is important to continue to have faith, continue to pray, continue to connect in. But that was a beautiful union, and a thank you from your mom that came in. And yeah, that nudge was so that you wouldn't forget and that you would remember that something had happened. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, Diane Wilbur, may I have a clearing and a healing? Yes, absolutely. Let me connect into you, Diane. Okay, Diane. So as I'm just clearing your auric field, as I move my way down your body, so there's a little bit of throat chakra work that needs to be done, a little bit of heart that I'm shifting the energy there. But what's really bringing me in is something in your digestive system. And it's almost like something you haven't been able to digest. I'm just releasing it. It's almost like it's a little pebble. Just putting it into the violet fire to release there. And it's almost like it's in your gut. It's almost like there's like this hole in your gut that needs to be healed. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just see. And it's so interesting because what they're showing me is it's almost like a rebuilding of your intestine, this part of you here. And it's something that you've swallowed mentally, emotionally, that you haven't been able to release. So there's a forgiveness aspect that needs to come in. And I'm seeing you at probably age 7. It goes back, whatever this is, goes back as young as that. That needs to be released, that this has been there for quite a while. And I'm just asking for healing to continue. And I'm opening up the chakras on the soles of your feet, and I'm absolutely grounding you and allowing the energy of Mother Earth to move up into your body and to nourish every single cell. This beautiful white crystalline energy moving throughout your body, replacing, replenishing. And I absolutely feel it in your jaw as well. So taking on that extra responsibility, that extra weight that is not yours is not helpful. Gnashing your teeth at night, a little bit of TMJ there that needs to be released. I think you would benefit from a massage or a craniosacral therapy or something like that. And what is suggested if you're not doing any kind of like energy work, like movement, a light kind of like qigong, tai chi, yoga would be helpful in shifting the energy in your body as well. It doesn't have to be anything heavy, but something that moves the energy is important. Okay, I hope that was supportive of you, Diane. Drink lots of water. Needing to flush out to detox your system. It wouldn't surprise me if you went to the washroom after that, but yeah, absolutely drink. Oh, and I'm getting to put in castor oil in your belly button, um, even at nighttime, and just rubbing it in will help to clear out your digestive system. That's what I'm getting for you as well. Okay, I hope that helps, Diane. Okay, Nora, good morning, everyone. I am new subscriber. Thank you, Nora, for subscribing. And I'm curious to know if there's any messages from my parents. Do they visit their great grandbaby Lily? Okay, so let me connect into that. Oh, they visit you quite often. There's a lot of love in your family that I'm feeling. And there's a lot of pride for who you are. And they visit when you need the most. And they visit in times of family gatherings. And the messages for you is that there's a lot of gratitude and pride in who you are, that you are better versions that they were. And they're asking you to remember that all the things that you admired within them, you admire them because they're within you. Also, all the things that you didn't admire, you didn't admire them because they're within you, and that you need to work through that. But there's a lot of love and gratitude for who you are in this world, for the supportive role that you play in the family. But they're saying sometimes you do too much. It's okay to let other people support as well. But there is so much happiness and so much, it's always happy when a new family member incarnates. Um, and what they're saying is, remember that great grandbaby is a memory of them. It's a memory of them, is an aspect of them that continues to live on throughout all of you. So there's huge excitement that is happening. And that circle that reminds us that it really is a life cycle, a life circle that is there. So it's a new aspect of them that has been rebirthed, which is absolutely beautiful to see. So they're saying when you hold that little baby and you hug it and you kiss it, it's like giving them a hug and a kiss as well, because that is the memory of who they are. Okay, I hope that was supportive. Oh, what a beautiful name, Lily. They actually, so what I'm seeing here is not only do they visit their grandbaby, but they helped her coming from the spirit world into the physical world. They were there to support her, to walk her through that, phase of her rebirthing into that lineage. So the soul that has been born is it's a family soul. It's soul family. So this is a soul that has been born many times with all of you that are there. There's so much happiness that is there. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Diane. Oh, congratulations as well on this beautiful new baby. Okay, thank you. Sounds like the way I need to talk. Okay, I can do one more message. Okay, Perry, so good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's connect in with you. Can I have a healing lower back and kidney pain? Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so connecting into your energy, Perry. Okay, a lot of this pain that I'm feeling in is related to financial worry about the future. It's worry about the emotions. Just see into this. And the message that I'm seeing for you, Perry, is that stop worrying. When we worry about things, we actually energize what we worried about. So where thought goes, energy flows. So if you're worrying, okay, so you just need a little bit of an adjustment. I feel like I'm pulling your legs just to align your spine quickly. And I feel it all the way up into your neck. Okay, your hips are a little bit out as well. I'm just bringing that into alignment. Okay, and I'm just bringing in my hands up in your occiput and just pulling on your spine just to align all of that energy together. Sorry. Okay. Okay, okay. Your guides are saying, stop worrying. Okay. Focus on what you want to create and be open to magic and miracles. Be open to opportunities presenting themselves. Be open to allowing that, because what's happening is as you continue to worry, you're blocking all of that from coming to you. So it's important for you to yes, allow that worry to come in as if it was like you're meditating. You know, when that thought comes in, allow the worry to just dissipate. Say, okay, I see you, I recognize you, but I'm choosing not to focus with you, and let it go. Focus on what you'd prefer to see rather than not. Focus on what you want to feel and allow the opportunities, release the how. Stop worrying about the how and be open to opportunities falling into your lap. You've always been guided. You've never been left alone. So release the worry, because worry is actually enforcing what you're worried about. So let go of that. Things might be changing. But one thing is, you are a constant in the lives of those that are around you. You are important. So don't worry, you're being taken care of. And don't worry about your value, because if you weren't valued, you wouldn't be in that position. You wouldn't be where you are. So see yourself through the eyes that others see you, in that beautiful energy that you are. Stop worrying. Just stop. It's not helping anyone. It's hurting you. It's giving you pain in your lower back and your kidneys as well. There's very much a drinking of water. I'm seeing a detox that needs to come out. And I would also go see a doctor. Just check it out, just to be safe. But yeah, stop worrying. You're a beautiful soul. Start seeing yourself as that. It's important. And again, find what brings you joy again. You're extremely gifted. Step into it, stop denying it, and stop worrying. hope that that was all supportive for all of you. It was beautiful. Thank you for jumping in and supporting me with this. Next week will be Christmas Eve. I will be jumping on live to support you all. I thank you for creating the space to be of service. I do book one-on-ones. I do have a conscious community where we do a lot of learning, and that's going to be changing next year. We do a lot of workshops based on that, and we do a lot of 21-day challenges to help us to expand spiritually. And of course, there's always the octopus method. Beautiful. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for all that you are. And yes, let go of worry, love yourselves as much as you can, and step into your highest potential. Be who you are in this world without excuses. Love you all so much. And I'll see you all next Tuesday. Same time, same place. See you soon.